All right, YouTube, what's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are having a good, solid Tuesday so far. If you're watching the replay here, though, make sure you fast forward like a couple of minutes as we wait for everybody to hop on the lives. But highly recommend you turn on post notifications, subscribe to my channel. If this is the first time that you're coming across my channel. Instagram Live, what's going on? Hope you guys are having a litty Tuesday so far. I want to hop on here real quick. I'm actually about to head out with my cousin. He came through from Boston for a couple of days. So I want to make sure I show him around LA and, you know, give him a little tour and whatnot. But I want to hop on here and give you guys an update on Ecom Profit Spy. All right. That spyware tool for finding profitable e-commerce products that we had been working on engineering for the past like couple months. I want to hop on here, give you guys beta version 2.0. All right, beta version 2.0 of Ecom Profit Spy, whole new different look. And I'm pretty excited to share this new theme with you guys here. We also made some updates that you guys can't really see on the front end, but it's just to the algorithm in terms of what kind of products it populates and how it goes about, how the software goes about choosing which products to populate. So let's go ahead and dive into it. Let me switch around YouTube. By the way, guys, if you have any questions, just save them like till the end. I kind of want to push through this here, show you guys the updates and whatnot, and then we'll go from there. So hold on. By the way, I can't show you guys too much here because these are for paying clients. So I can't show you guys like all the products that it's been generating, but I'm just gonna go ahead and show you guys like one or two. But I also wanna give you guys the background story, all right? I also wanna give you guys the background story on, you know, how we went about creating this software, or where, you know, we even got the idea from, or why, right? The biggest thing that, you know, really started all this or caused it is the reason why, all right? Because when Juan and I were first, you know, before we even got into the e-commerce space, we were doing door-to-door sales, okay? And this is like the Honda that my parents got me when I was like in high school. Me and my boy Juan, we would link up and, you know, we would go door-to-door. We were in the renewable energy industry, and quite honestly, we were just like sick and tired of living paycheck to paycheck, all right? So no matter what, you know, job you have right now, what industry you're in, or whatever position you're in, all right? It's not gonna determine where, you know, you can be in a couple months, in a year. And quite honestly, this software right here could definitely, you know, make a huge impact on where you end up with your e-commerce business in a couple months, or how well you do with it, and, you know, the products, right, that you promote. So, which ultimately, you know, determines the success of your e-commerce business, right? The products that you sell. So with that in mind, all right, with that in mind, you know, I always knew that, right? Even when I was doing door-to-door sales or whatever it was, when I was working at Zara, when I was working at, you know, shoveling snow door-to-door, I always knew that, hey, like my future intentions, or really my goal, is to start, you know, to make money online, to start an online business. And so it's quite inevitable. I mean, it's quite obvious that building an online business, especially an e-commerce business, you know, there's tons and tons of opportunity, right? And when we started looking into e-commerce, I mean, it quite honestly was all because of like a Forbes article we read when we were going door to door one day. It was almost like fate, right? Like a sign from God. And, you know, we started looking into e-commerce, and we literally, I mean, again, the stats are obvious, right? How many millionaires? I mean, look at Jeff Bezos, you know, one of the first $1 trillion companies in the world. And, you know, it's an e-commerce website, right? And he doesn't buy all of his products. It's literally a bunch of other people on Amazon that are selling products on there, and also, you know, independently on platforms like Shopify or any other e-commerce platform, really, that are making a shit ton of money as well. And so once we saw that, right, we're like, hey, this makes all the sense, right? Selling physical products online that, you know, people are buying naturally, right? It's like this holiday season, I think it's going to be like 50 or 100 billion dollars, all, you know, in terms of online shopping, is all going to come through this holiday season. And again, it's not only going to go to the major corporations, it's going to go to small e-commerce businesses like the ones, we have, a lot of our students have, a lot of our friends have as well, and, one that you could have. So we launched, the first 3 products, and we literally got no sales out of it, right? And we thought, hey, like, what do we like to buy? What do we like to sell? What do we want to, what do we want to sell online? And that's honestly the worst question that you can ask, is what do you want to sell, right? Ultimately, you are not going to be the one buying the products that you're selling, right? So you have to look beyond you, right? You have to look outside of you. And Instagram Live, give me 1 second. I'm just going to put in a title so people know what we're chopping it up about here. If they just hop in. So, ecom, profit spy, beta. And I'm just going to type in the link here as well. So once you guys have seen enough and you realize the potential behind this tool and the value of it, you could just go ahead and head over to ecomincubator.com/ecomspy. Yes, make sure you type that whole link in there, not just a part of it. All right, so let's go ahead and pin this comment. All right, beautiful. So we launched again, right? We launched the first 3 products and we got absolutely no sales. So before we got discouraged and, we completely gave up, we're like, hey, let's do some more research for quote unquote better products, right? We're like, hey, our products are probably off. Let's find some better products. And we didn't know what better products meant. We did not know what makes a better product. And so, we guessed on 5 better products and we went ahead and launched those. And I mean, we did a little bit better. We got like a few sales, about 8 sales, but not nearly enough to cover our marketing costs. And literally, I got a call from my buddy Steven, all right? I got a call from my buddy Steven when we were living down in San Diego, or I believe it was down when we were in Irvine. And he calls me up and he's like, bro, I got this software tool that I want to share with you that one of my boys who's doing e-commerce, he's using to find trending products. And I was like, okay, like that sounds unreal. I mean, I don't know if something like this is legal where you can spy on other e-commerce businesses and, extract data from them pretty much, right? And see what their best sellers are. And their best sellers and how much traffic they get and all that good stuff. I'm like, this must not be illegal. And he's like, dude, this is a real software. Come check it out. So he sends me the link and I hop on there. And literally once I saw this tool, this spyware tool, I'm like, hey, this is eliminating all the guesswork, or the majority, I should say, the majority of the guesswork from, product research. And I'm like, this is incredible. So that gave me the ultimate confidence to quit my door-to-door sales job. It wasn't like, we found our first winner, made a lot of money, then I quit my job. It was quite honestly the opposite. And really when I saw this spyware tool and the capabilities of it, I was like, dude, this is gold, right? This is revealing like where the gold is in the ground, right? Where the gold mine is, or the oil rig should go, right? And I quit my job and we started, doing research with that product research tool, and we found an incredible winner. We found an insane, successfully product, or an insanely successful product. And the reason why was because it was based on data, right? Based on the data that we found around this product, like seeing how it's trending, based on keyword research, based on trending of the, traffic, right? The increase or influx of traffic to stores that were selling it. It just, right, all green lights. And we put it on our Shopify store. I mean, we really just modeled after, one of their Facebook ads. And, we targeted some similar people they were targeting, right? Going after that same audience they were going after. And just like that, I mean, this product took off the ground and it made up for all the, failed products before that. And quite honestly, it made it possible to, completely replace our door-to-door sales income and a little bit more, right? At first, it was just, enough to be able to live comfortably, pay our bills, pay our rent, and have the money to make, to eat and travel a little bit, right? It was nothing insane. And quite honestly, that's why we made this, or I should say, the reason why I made this tool here to begin with is because once our success story started getting out there, people started asking us about this research tool, right? They're like, Samir, Juan, like, what is this research tool that you guys are using to find your products? And so when we would go on shows or podcasts like with Ty Lopez, or we would teach classes and segments inside Mentor Box, or really, anywhere we would go to like entrepreneurship events, we get asked that question, right? And so we would share this tool. We didn't own it. It wasn't ours. It was just one that, like I said, a friend recommended. And so we shared this tool. And one day we wake up and literally this tool has disappeared off the face of the earth. I'm getting like phone calls, text messages. We're getting emails. Our private Facebook groups are blowing up. And we were like, holy shit, like this tool has disappeared off the face of the earth. And we tried reaching out support, but again, we didn't know them personally. Like we just could not get in touch with them. So ultimately, we would do what probably any of you guys would do, right? We just started looking for other tools, similar with similar capabilities. And quite honestly, we found a few, but nothing that matched what we had in the first place. And so it quite honestly always bothered us because we would refer these tools to our students and new community members, but they didn't have that full potential that first tool had, right? Or you had to invest in a lot of money into a bunch of different tools to match the capabilities. And so we felt somewhat responsible, like it was a calling for us to go ahead and create something similar to what we had. So we made it part of our plans, all right? And this was like about a year and a half ago, we started having this conversation. And, it took us like a couple months to even really get a good idea of what we wanted to, put together. But once we started approaching some, industry experts and all that good stuff, they started telling us that, hey, if you can put this together, all right, it's highly unlikely that you can even put something like this together. But if you can, it's going to cost you a shit ton of money, all right? It's going to cost you guys a lot of money because you're going to need some really, really talented coders with a lot of coding to go into it. And so, naturally, we didn't just, kind of cave there. We kept pushing, and we found a group of developers out in Houston, Texas, all right? And so we did not code this by any means. Like, I'm no coder, Juan's no app developer or software engineer. So we do have a team behind this here, and that's why there's going to be a reason, or that's the reason behind, the cost of the software as well, all right? It's definitely very, very reasonably priced, considering the fact that just one of the products that it's going to recommend could make you, all the money back that you invested in this tool and much, much more, all right? So 100%, let's take a dive into it and show you guys a little bit of the background or the back end of it. But you guys can see here as well, all right? So this is just our results from when we were first launching off. You guys can see this is guessing which products to sell, right? Absolutely no sales, a few right here. But after we started using a spyware tool and finding profitable products, you guys can see here, we were blessed with the results that you get from, not guessing, from using data, right? Making educated, calculated moves on which products to promote and invest your marketing dollars behind. So that's that. And, you guys can see some of the community, some of our community here. We did a meetup up in SF, but I do want to explain to you guys how the software runs as well. It's based on this thing we call the Profitable Product Index. And essentially, Juan and I sat down one day and we were like, dude, let's take all of our profitable products, through our whole journey, or any products or companies we've consulted for, and just kind of see what they all have in common, right? And the first thing we notice is that a lot of the products actually solve problems, okay? This is kind of common sense. When you solve problems out in the world, or your product that you're selling solves a problem, you're gonna get rewarded for solving problems. That's the equation of money for any of you guys that don't know. But passion, which is a whole different conversation, but passion us as humans, we like to express our passion. And so we wear and we rock items, right? Like shirts, hoodies, socks that express our passion, okay? So this is real good for like print on demand. And then perishable items is the ones that run out and you need to, you know, get more of. For example, my lemonade, right? Once I run out of lemonade, what do I got to do? Go buy more. So if somebody comes up to me, he's like, hey, I'll sell you a subscription box to lemonade. And like every single fucking week, I'll just ship you a brand new carton of lemonade. I'll be like, cool, man. That's pretty sweet because I love lemonade. You guys get my point here, right? Dollar Shave Club or Dollar Beard Club, billion-dollar company, all started off the simple idea of replenishing perishable items like razor blades and shaving cream. So now that you guys know that, all right, make sure that you got this software isn't just, you know, spitting out, you know, products for, you know, based on thin air, right? There's an actual index behind it. There's coding behind it. So let's keep going here, all right? All right, let's just dive right into it, actually. Let's get to the tool. All right, so the first page right here you guys can see is going to be the home page. I mean, it's nothing fancy. The purpose of it is not to be fancy. It's not like a social media, you know, profile page or anything. But it's really meant for you know, getting you that data that I was talking about, right? So this first product right here, we'll take a look at it, for example, is a water bottle that has a pill dispenser on the side there. So for, you know, athletes, for people who take their vitamins every day, for people who need their medication every day, this is gonna be an absolute banger, right? This solves a beautiful problem. And it's the fact that you can, hey, you can have your pills, right on your water bottle. So for older people, you know, that need their medication, this is beautiful. They'll never forget it. For people that work out, who need their supplements, like my boy Juan, right? He would love this, right? He would love this because he knows as soon as he's done with his workout, he can take this bad boy right here, put his protein, drink his protein, and then have the rest of his, you know, supplements. I like to call Juan a science experiment when it comes to these supplements because, I mean, he's super passionate about them. I mean, he honestly does do his study, but you guys get my point, right? It's a perfect item to test out, all right? I'm not guaranteeing that this is gonna make you guys, you know, $1 million, but it's a great product to test out, all right? And if you can find the right audience to push it to, it can do you know, definitely do some numbers. So let's keep going here, all right? Because a lot of the things that you need to make this successful are actually gonna be provided to you on here. So for example, the first thing is the actual product description, right? The actual product description, which is real important because a lot of people who, you know, do e-commerce don't know how to sell their products. And so all they do is just list the, you know, the size of it or the weight of it or what it's made out of, when really what sells is the actual benefits. So we provide you with the benefits and the features and a solid description for each and every single product. And we also give you guys the numbers on each and every single product too. So this is absolutely insane because if you don't know what the numbers are behind a product, then quite honestly, you know, you'll never really be able to know if you have a profitable product because you just don't know what this number is right here, right? The profit margin. So you guys can see our selling price for this on Amazon or retail is gonna be around $17. It's gonna cost you around $5 on AliExpress, which we provide you the link to the exact supplier that is highly ranked, all right? So you guys remember in beta version 1, all right? For those of you guys that have been following this project right here of ours for since we announced it like a month ago, beta version 1, it didn't really point you to the right, it was like a little bit glitchy. It was pointing you to like the French version of AliExpress, so we fixed that. And it's also pointing to the highest ranked supplier, all right? Because quite honestly, I mean, if you're working with a supplier that doesn't ship out your products on time, while your customers are depending on you to ship it out to on time, then you're not gonna be able to grow a successful e-commerce business because you're not reliable, all right? And if your customers can't rely on you, they're not gonna come back and buy from you. So you need to be working with a reliable supplier. And I know that a lot of you guys struggle with it and constantly, inquire about it. So with that being said, it's gonna come out to like $5-6. Yeah, $5-6. I believe this is gonna be with shipping included, with all the colors, all right? So let's keep going here. The next thing is if you wanted to white label this thing, right? Let's say you tested this thing out from AliExpress, you're drop shipping it, and then you wanted to white label this bad boy, put it on Amazon and have your own brand around it. Well, we point you to the gold suppliers, all right? The best suppliers for wholesaling as well. And last but not least, in terms of the links section, we go ahead and provide you guys with the Facebook ad, all right? Now listen to me real close, because this is the insane part. So when it comes to obviously promoting a product or running an e-commerce business online, you need to be able to target the right people with the products that you're selling. For example, I love lemonade. So if you came knocking on my door right now and you're like, hey, I got this really good lemonade that's freshly squeezed, I'll be like, okay, cool, I'll buy it, right? But if you come and try to sell me, I don't know, something that I'm not interested in, like ballerina shoes. I don't know why I just thought of that, but you guys to try to sell me some ballerina shoes, I'm gonna be like, dude, I'm not interested. And then you probably knock next door and there's a ballerina that lives next door, and she's gonna be like, wow, I love those, let me buy them. All right, so what I'm trying to get at here is you have to be able to advertise and target the right people with the right ad. So that's what I'm showing you guys here. By the way, people charge for this training session right here to be able to show you this, kind of explain this. People charge like a couple $100, which is stupid because we got a software here that just reveals it, all right? Let's go ahead. So this right here, they're calling it, this store called Magno Deals. So not only is it, can you see the ad that they're running, right? And you guys can see that this is doing well. Why? Because 53 comments, 56 shares, 319 likes. Clearly people are interested in this. They're tagging their friends. They're recommending it to their family, whatever it is, and they're buying it, right? That's why they're engaging. So what happens when you go to magnodeals.com, which is who sells this, is you're gonna see, okay, so I guess they took down this link. I think they changed their store name. Hold on one second. All right, I guess this store is no longer in business, which is weird. Magno Deals. Yeah, it says it's currently available. Okay, maybe they're under construction right now or something. Then you guys can see the analytics on it as well. And the audience targeting, all right? So audience targeting, literally what we were talking about earlier, right? Before I even saw this audience targeting part, obviously I've been doing this for a while and, you know, I'm more advanced or more of an expert than probably the majority of you guys here. I'm sure there's some people in here that, you know, are really up to par or even more, right? And so you guys can know the importance of, you know, the interest, right? And I said beforehand, this is gonna be perfect for people that are into the health section. So you can target like Health Magazine or health clubs, all right? And the age range is pretty wide, which is fair enough. And you can target both genders. But last but not least, you can also see a lot of buyer reviews, which essentially, if you're selling the same product, you can have these same reviews on your website as well, right? Because you're selling the same product, all right? Now let's go back here. That was a lot. I hope you guys caught all that. If you didn't, you can always watch the replay or you can click that link below. If you're on Instagram Live, make sure you type that link out completely, like https:// that whole thing. If you're on YouTube, you could just click on the link in the description and you guys will see something like this. Now, I'll tell you guys what, we did raise the price as well, okay? So when beta version number 1, it was a free 3-day trial and then $47 a month. Now we raised it to $67 a month. You still get a free 3-day trial, but we bumped it up to like $20 extra. So if you guys don't want to, you know, miss out on this rate as well before we increase it even more, make sure you go ahead and lock yourself in at this rate and you're gonna be grandfathered into it. So once we bump this up to $97 a month, which is gonna be beta version 3.0 before we release it to the public, and, you know, start running all different kinds of ads and cold traffic to it and stuff like that. So yeah, this is for you guys that are on Instagram. Follow me on YouTube. Make sure you guys go ahead and turn on my post notifications, especially on YouTube, so you guys don't miss out every time I go live and do things like this, like exclusive behind the scenes type of deal for those of you guys that just, you know, have been following our journey and whatnot. So yeah, if you click that link, you're gonna hop on a page right here, and you guys click this, put in your info. It'll take you over to the checkout page. So here you go, guys. That's it. Ecom Profit Spy. I'll go ahead and answer some questions. Again, if you didn't see the exact demo tutorial right there, you can always hop back on the lives, and you can always hop back on the replay, I should say. Boom. Okay, so I subscribed when it was $7. So what does that do? So the $7 was the $7. Bianca, you are funny. I like it. The $7 just for the ecom incubator. That's for the mastermind, not for the ecom profit spyware tool. This tool right here costs more than $7 to just have it up and running. So it's definitely gonna be more than that. We launched off the spyware tool at $47 a month. Now it's at $67. Next is gonna be at $97. And then we're gonna release it like to the public. This is beta version, like nobody even really gets these kind of updates unless you follow me on Instagram. I'm on your site and see two prices. Oh, it's okay. So if you guys are on it, I'm literally changing the prices right now. I forgot to change the price on the actual checkout page. So if you're on the checkout page, grab it while it's at 47 before I change it. Literally, I forgot all about that. So I'll take some more questions though, guys, if you have any. Otherwise, I'm gonna take my my cousin out here to show him around LA. He wants to see the Hollywood sign. I don't know why. I don't know why. It's a sign, dude. I got my other cousin in here too from France, Mehdi. Ouais, mon frère. All right. I'm changing it right now. Oh, by the way, too, you guys, I forgot to mention this. You actually get a free training on. You get a free little training on product research as well that we included as a bonus for Ecom Profit Spy members. So you're gonna automatically get an account like on Teachable, which is where we host all of our content for all of our members. And you're gonna get like 7 or 8 videos just diving even deeper into product research, so you guys can check that out as well. Facebook ads are down. Yours are? I'm sorry to hear that, bro. Oh, by the way, so just a heads up, Facebook ads has, or the business platform, nowadays, if you have like any ad accounts that are not active, like you're not actually running ads from, they're gonna shut down your whole business manager. Happened to me. Huge headache to get it back. And I highly recommend you do not do that, all right? So if you have any ad accounts, either delete them or start spending like $5-10 an account on them. Prescription glasses, of course. Why do people ask me that, yo? Jimmy, why do you think that is? Because they're not like regular glasses? Too drippy? Yeah, they think that I'm trying to, this is a front, this is a flex, not a front. This is a flex, not a front. You've been having problems with Facebook ads today? No, not that I know of. Let me check. Hey, anybody on here know much about Google Ads? Please reach out. Or if you know somebody that's an expert in Google Ads, especially Google Shopping Ads, I'm willing to pay for some consulting. So if you have any idea, like a Google Shopping Ads expert, not like not Google SEO or whatever, right? I'm talking Google Shopping Ads. If they can prove results on that platform, I'm willing to pay for some consulting. Maybe my boy Tommy knows. Tommy, you know anything about Google Shopping Ads, bro? Let me know. I can't even find courses on it, which is kind of nuts. It's a compliment, simmer down. Sam, I was just on, it's Samir. I was just on the page and it said 47 and a purchase on the exit page, it said 67. Yes, that's because I made that clear that when we first launched it off, it was at 47. And then I changed it to 67 and then I was like in the midst of it. So I'm sorry you were on the opposite end there, man. But I'm telling you guys, like all right, so let me show you guys this. Another great tool that you could possibly sell. Okay, so here's a huge problem for people, right? And I'm sure you guys would agree. Let me know. I think Bianca actually snores in her sleep a lot. That's what she told me when I met her. And so like a portable silent ultrasonic nebulizer for somebody who snores a lot, right, is gonna be huge. It's gonna be, it's solving a huge problem for them, right? And so selling something like this at retail for $37.99 on a Shopify store and getting it at a wholesale rate of like, let's see, 15 bucks. I mean, you're selling a couple of these a day and you're quite honestly walking away with like a couple of grand a week, right? If you sell like, I don't know, like 10, 20 of these a day, I mean, you're making some significant numbers, right? And oh, by the way, guys, we also include the fucking advertisement or video that you can use to, use to make advertisements with, right? Now, I do want to make something clear. I highly recommend this, guys. Like, if you guys want some significant results on e-com nowadays, I recommend you just order these products, all right? Something we're doing, ordering the products, and then making your own ads, all right? Those days of just kind of taking somebody else's ad and putting it and running it as your own, no go. Absolute no go. Black Friday gonna be insane, 65K day, absolutely, man. See, Black Friday is like, here's the thing about Black Friday, right? You're either on, you can either be on one or two ends of it, either the shopper or the seller. There's no in between on Black Friday, right? Unless, I mean, if you lock yourself in a room, I guess, right, Jimmy? Yeah. If you lock yourself in a room, yeah, definitely. But if on Black Friday, you're either the one spending money or you're the one making money. And quite honestly, I would rather be on the spending one. Just kidding. I'd rather be on the making money part, right? And so you guys got to ask yourself questions like, hey, what kind of products should I sell? And so something like this could be a great gift, or the first thing, that we covered, the pill bottle, could be a great gift for, somebody that works out, right? So, yeah, guys, I just want to hop on here, like I said, give you guys beta version 2.0. I already see, let's see, I already see some of you guys hopping in. So congrats to you guys for locking in $67 a month. 67. Oh, by the way, too, on the thank you page, right? On the thank you page, once you grab your e-com incubator, there's also another bonus, all right, that I didn't announce. It's kind of like a surprise bonus, but just in case you might have missed the surprise, there's a free strategy session with somebody on our team, all right, with a strategy coach. So make sure you grab that free strategy session with an e-commerce expert or somebody that works with us on our team. And, they can give you guys some tips and stuff like that, how to maximize the potential of this spyware tool here. Or if you need like any customer support, like we got, people that can pick up your call, right? And fix your issues right away. All right, so we see, who else? Where is it? Victor, Leverage Tech, True Freedom, Benjamin, Leo, Anna. All right, welcome on over to the Ecom Incubator family, guys. All right, by the way, I want to explain Ecom Incubator too. Ecom Incubator is just it's a breeding ground for e-commerce entrepreneurs, all right? You guys probably wondering, why is it ecomincubator.com/ecomspy? Well, because this is just one of the first softwares that we developed, and we're obviously still working on, but you know, we plan on doing as much as possible, all right? We plan on creating tons more of product services, you know, consulting services and softwares and stuff like that. Oh, by the way, too, not to throw another thing on your plate, but we are having a workshop real soon out here in LA, okay? So this is gonna be super exciting because I'm literally like whipping up a whole workbook, all right? A whole workbook of our whole blueprint, so you guys can come into this workshop and just like it's gonna feel like you're in school or you're in class again, except it's gonna be a class that you want to be in, all right? Literally just like, so like no phones allowed. It's not gonna be like one of those events where you come and it's all about taking pictures and, you know, jumping up and down. It's one of those, you come in, you get a workbook, you sit down, it's a workshop style type of event, okay? And a good friend of mine, Umar, actually, he's crushing it with these. I mean, he's helping out so many people because he's able to really, you know, help people immerse themselves like for a weekend into, you know, just learning about trading, learning about stocks. And he told me, he's like, dude, it's actually a lot more effective than trying to learn, you know, a little bit here from a course and then a little bit there from a YouTube video, et cetera, et cetera. And so his students have been able to come in, they sit down, they learn, you know, they absolutely absorb it all, and then they go out and make some results happen. So we were like, hey, we definitely should do that for e-commerce. And so there's good amount of e-commerce events out there, don't get me wrong, but they're like a little bit all over the place, right? They're not workshops. They're meant for you to go there and you learn and you get sold on a bunch of extra stuff by a bunch of different people. So we want to make something where it's like just a workshop. There isn't like all these guest speakers. We'll probably have some of our friends who are doing like 6-7 figures. The ones that I was hanging out by the pool, our boy Van and also Nicholas. And, you know, some of our other friends, right, who are absolutely crushing it. They'll love to come by and share some knowledge on these workshops or in these workshops, but it's not going to be one of those events where it's like, again, all over the place, or you learn a little bit about a lot of different things. It's complete immersion, okay? And I'll be announcing that over the next couple of days here, but it is going to be application only. So you'll have to, you know, get on a call with one of our coaches to see if you're a good fit. All right, I want to make sure you're a good fit for these things. Like you're not, you know, you're not maybe at too early of a stage. Like you still have a lot to learn from YouTube and just kind of getting a general understanding of e-commerce, or, you know, maybe you're way too advanced. Maybe you're doing like, you know, 50K, 100K. Then, you know, it's probably not gonna be the best idea for you to come to this kind of workshop, right? So yeah, it's gonna be, again, 2 days, a 2-day workshop, workbook for each day. It's gonna be insane. I'll just kind of hold it until I print those out. Let's see. Any questions, guys? Tristan Bond. Oh, I think we know Tristan Bond. I think I know that kid. Let me screenshot that actually. Perfect. Thank you so much, Dylan. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. Hey guys, by the way, don't ever be afraid, all right? My boy Tommy in the house. Sammer. This guy, bro. Hey, any of you guys come to LA, you call Tommy Tommy Hines, right? Like the ketchup. You guys call up and bother Tommy Hines and tell him you got like 20 dudes with you. Yo, call up Tommy. Guys, if you ever come to LA, call Tommy, right? Tell him you got 10 girls. And then once he's like, okay, cool, and then just show up with like 10 dudes and just blow his whole night away, all right? Please do me that favor. That would be epic. He's a solid dude, though. Tommy Buns is the man. He's the plug out here in LA. All jokes aside. All right, boys. I'm out of here. I'm going to go chill with my cousin. Again, he flew all the way from Boston out here, and I've just been working, so I feel kind of bad. But I did want to hop on here, update you guys on Ecom Profit Spy. Make sure you guys hit that link below. Go cop it, man, for real. Like, if you guys are thinking about starting an e-commerce business, or maybe you're struggling with one, a tool like this can not only just open your eyes to which products you should be selling and you ought to be selling because of proven data that they're already doing well. It's literally eliminating like guesswork from your product research, okay? So don't think about the expense of it, for Christ's sake, okay? 47 bucks, 67 bucks, who cares? All right, who cares? If you guys read that book in there that I put on my Instagram story, how to build a business for under $1,000, like, come on, guys. Like, if you guys see, also if you see my story on how these merchants out in the Nile River, like in Egypt, how they're going about their commerce business, like, it's insane. So we got to be grateful and thankful and blessed for, feel blessed for having tools, resources, and platforms like Shopify and Amazon and research tools like these, all right? And let's take advantage of them, because quite honestly, there's no shortage of opportunity, just a shortage of people taking advantage of the opportunities that's out there. All right, so I'll leave you guys with that. Don't let that go over your head. I'm out of here. Deuce.